Watching a corrupt cop get caught red-handed is richly satisfying. Even though cops are supposed to uphold the laws, it's always a spectacle when they're the ones getting tangled in their own blue tape. Just like this first officer who thought illegal detainment was well within his rights.
So, your wife wanted us to check on you.
My wife?
Yeah. Are you going through something?
Yeah, but...
Can you put your hands out of your pocket for me? No, you're good.
Am I being detained?
No. Hey, I need you to come back over here and talk to me, though. That's a order. Hey. Sir?
Yes or no?
Sir? I'm just trying to... Listen, we're just doing a welfare check on you.
Yes. Am I being detained? Yes or no?
Not right now. I need to talk to you.
Gotta get back to work.
He don't want to talk.
After Officer Haley tries talking to the husband but fails, Sergeant Michael comes and intervenes. Watch how angry he seems, like the guy has broken some sort of rule by walking away from the other officer.
Well, if you're suicidal, that is a crime.
It's a crime to be suicidal. Well, I'm not. So,
Well, that's not what we got.
well, that's
Do you
not
have your
my
ID
problem.
on you?
Nope.
You're going to go to jail. Walk away.
Been taking the check.
If you walk away from me, you're going to jail.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Obstruction.
For what?
So keep arguing.
I'm being detained for what?
We got a call. We're here to talk to you. I don't care if you want to talk to us or not. So what is going on?
I'm not talking to you without any further question.
That's fine. Go ahead and turn around and share my way.
Oh, well, you can detain me without handcuffs. I think you're just intimidating me. Alright. In front of work.
Well, go on at this route. Okay.
Alright. Yeah.
Do you have anything that's going to poke, stick, or stab you?
Oh,
You don't know?
probably.
Okay. If anything does stab me, that's a charge.
Really?
Really?
You're on move, Cap. I told you something might be in there. And it might.
Sergeant Michael arrested the man for doing absolutely nothing. It's astonishing to see that these corrupt cops will go to any length just so they can protect their fragile egos.
I'm sorry, why are you searching me? Well, why are you... Because this is more than a Terry stop.
Yes, it is.
Or, I'm obviously not obstructing you.
You obviously were.
Okay.
Because when you walk away from us, when we're here legally, and you were detained, that is obstruction.
I walk away from you.
You were 100% walking away from me.
At first, that was before you told me I was detained. And it will show on your body cam. What? Yeah, you're just violating my right. Well, there's no violation of rights when you're under arrest.
In response to the situation, 2 auditors went to the Arkansas Police Department to hold them accountable for what had happened. As you would expect, not just Sergeant Michael, but the whole department was corrupted.
I wanted to make a FOIA request.
Okay. We have to have paper documentation of that. And then once we get that request, we have to send it through our city attorney and make sure it's approved.
Okay. Can I get a piece of paper from you?
Make it 2.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. It's going to come out.
Oh, okay, cool. Are there any officers here that we could speak with?
I'm not sure, but I can check that out for you.
The highest that's here would be awesome.
Okay, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I have my sergeant coming up here to speak to you.
Cool, thank you.
What?
You a sergeant?
Yes, sir.
I think you were just coming to talk to us. I hope you weren't busy doing something different. I just had a couple questions.
Yes, sir.
So we were just making a FOIA. I'm Justin, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Sergeant Jackson.
We're here in reference. We're wondering about what happened with Sergeant Williams.
Okay.
I don't know if you're going to talk about where he had arrested a man named Matt, I believe.
Nate.
Nate, sorry.
Nate Warren.
All the charges were dropped on him, but Sergeant Williams was out there making a call for service, and he didn't want to talk to him, and he ended up arresting him. You know, did he get retrained after that in any way?
That I'm not aware of. We work opposite shifts, so right now he's on nights and I'm on days. So the way they got it set up when we work our schedules is that we never interact with those.
Oh, right.
Because
Okay.
we work 4-1-4, but we actually work 4 to a shift. So whenever we come to work, we usually work. We have a 4 set on days and a 4 set that work nights. So when we're working, he's off. And when he's
Gotcha.
working, I'm off.
Would you have done it the same way? Do you believe that it's okay to arrest someone that refuses to talk to police?
That'll be a kind of a comment, but unlikely. They was here for a welfare call, so
Well, this is something that the public wants to know. Is that just something that Sergeant Williams does, or is that Stuttgart Police in general?
No, that's not Stuttgart Police in general.
So you wouldn't arrest someone just because they don't want to speak with an officer?
Well, therefore, me not knowing the call that he was called on, but it was a welfare check from what I'm understanding.
Well, let's say that circumstance. Would you have arrested him as well, like Sergeant Williams did?
You've seen the video, have you?
I have.
Have you?
Yes, sir. I have.
Okay.
Would you have arrested him, or what would you have done?
I mean, just me, my experience, you know, if I'm going there for a welfare check, as long as I see he's okay, that's my own thing. My main thing.
Right.
Notice how the sergeant hesitates to answer the questions. If he was really sorry for what had happened, he would have made that clear through his answers, but this was all an act to save face, and nothing else. When the auditor asked him a few questions about the Constitution, his act starts breaking down.
What does the thin blue line flag mean to you?
To serve and protect my community.
Serve and protect your community?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If I gave you an American flag, well, you're wearing an American flag.
Yes, sir. I'm upholding the Constitution. You know, I'm not violating anybody right now.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. No pressure if you don't know it, but do you know the 5 key elements of the First Amendment? I'm only asking you because I think you know it. Most people can't just name off the top of their head on the spot, so.
You said uphold the Fifth Amendment.
The First Amendment.
First Amendment.
There's 5 elements. The acronym is RAPS, R-A-P-P-S. So religion, assembly, and then PPS.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know it, but off the top of my head, I've got a lot of things going on. But
No worries, man. I appreciate you being honest. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir, and you have a good day.
You too. I'm sorry, what was your first name?
Paige.
Paige. Thank you, Paige. I'm Justin. Have a good one.
All charges against the man were ultimately dropped, but Sergeant Williams appeared to have not received any retraining or discipline, at least none that the department was willing to disclose. Arresting and apparently suing a man for not wanting to talk is absolutely ridiculous, but watch this next case where 2 corrupt officers try to ID a man for simply filming and get put in their place.
You don't want to go that way either?
But if you just tell me your name.
I'm not telling you my name. I'll tell you my first name, and we're stopping there, and I'm not answering any more questions.
On March 22nd, an auditor named Justin went to Clinton, Arkansas in Van Buren County to film the area, a completely legal activity. But as he got there, an uneducated police officer attempted to ID him for filming in public. The situation then escalated when the lieutenant called for the sheriff.
Under here, I wonder what's that about. Is this your personal vehicle?
Yes, it is.
How come you're parked up under here?
Because I rent that space and have a salon here. Why are you
Oh.
videoing cars out here?
Is this the police station?
Yes.
So you have a salon on the same building as the police
Who
station?
are you?
Is that what's happening? Who are you, lady?
How about you talk to the owner of the building?
Oh, I don't care. I'll talk to whoever.
Right.
So this is half police station, half beauty salon?
There's multiple renters inside here.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So what are we doing?
Cool.
I'm the owner.
You're the owner of the building?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you don't work for the police station, you just own the building and the
Right.
police station is renting a spot out from you?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, if the police station is renting a spot out from you, then that makes this public property. So I'm just working on a story in public property is what I'm doing.
Okay. For what though?
Working on a story. Like, what does anyone work on stories for?
But what's the story for?
Well, I can't tell you that. You'll just have to wait till it's published. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, I guess.
Yep. Thanks, man.
The Sullivan Police Department. What's your name?
Cool. I'm Justin. Nice to meet you, man.
Did you have somebody I can say?
No, sir. I don't.
No ID.
No.
Arkansas is one of the 15 ID states. So I'm going by.
There is no way you believe that. All right. Since you're starting off this way, do you have somewhere higher than you? Because I promise you that's not correct, and you're going to get your whole town into a lawsuit, and I don't want to go that way. I've been having a great day. You don't want to go that way either.
But if you just tell me your name.
I'm not telling you my name. I'll tell you my first name, and we're stopping there, and I'm not answering any more questions. If you want to ID me unlawfully, you're going to lose your job and your qualified immunity.
Can I ask you what you're doing?
I'm working on a story.
For who you with?
I'm an independent journalist. What's your name?
Solomon, Lieutenant Solomon.
Solomon?
Yes, sir.
Do not think. There is no such thing as a stop and ID state. There is no such thing. That is a term.
Okay.
That is a...
Let me explain something to you.
Watch how the officer's attitude changes when the auditor mentions he might lose his job. These corrupt officers care about nothing except keeping their power. But the auditor is no beginner. What he does next to the officer will make you question the validity of the law enforcement system.
This day and time, there's all sorts of things going on.
This day and time is a terrible thing because we're in one of the most safest times to date in world history. Tell me a safer time in world history than right now.
Okay.
So,
Well,
so don't say in this day and time, because cops always say that, and it's stupid.
Okay.
You can start over, though, if you want to.
Let me just put it like this.
Yep.
You know, if we see somebody looking at our police cars,
Come talk to me, sure. But don't threaten to arrest me if I don't give you my ID.
I didn't threaten to arrest
You just did, brother.
No,
Oh, that's not correct.
Provide some identified
Get a lawyer
information.
out here. If you think that's true, you need to look into it because you're going to get yourself in trouble. That is not true, and I'm 1,000% positive, and I can show you case law and Supreme Court rulings and everything. 100%.
More or less, we're just concerned about what you're doing.
Well, do not think that you can just stop and ID anyone you want. You're going to get yourself in trouble, and you're non-constitutional. You are unconstitutional.
Well, with what's going on, I mean, it's
You are
awful
no.
task.
If you think you can do that,
Yeah,
you don't believe in the Fourth Amendment. If you think you can do that, do you know what the Fourth Amendment is, sir? What is it?
You know, if we see
What's the
somebody
Fourth Amendment? No. This is important to everybody that you know the Fourth Amendment. What is it?
Sure, I know it.
So what is
Everybody
it?
else knows
What is it?
The right of freedom.
No way you
Of
just
free
said that.
speech.
No, that's the First Amendment.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. The First Amendment.
No, the First
Everybody has the right to
bro.
free speech
What's the
and-
Fourth Amendment?
Okay. All right, just
Oh my God, dude! And you're a lieutenant? Is your chief here?
no, he's off.
We need someone to teach you what the Fourth Amendment
I know
is.
it's going on.
There's
Just-
five
we
elements.
just had some
There's five
concern.
elements of the First
I have some
Amendment.
questions for you.
No, I have some concerns and questions for you. There's five elements of the First Amendment. What are they?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead.
What are they, sir? What's the Fourth Amendment? You don't know any of it.
If you know
You
what
need
it's
to
all-
go study the Constitution, and until you do, don't say a word to me, please. Go back inside, look up the Constitution, and read those rights and learn them. Memorize them, then come out. Other than that, you don't know what you're doing or what you're talking about, and you don't need to be a lieutenant. And I'm sorry I'm getting mad, but that is ridiculous. You should be ashamed of yourself for not knowing the first or the fourth. Walk of shame right there, and it's deserved. Oh, they're locking me out? Lieutenant Solomon, you're opening your city up for a lawsuit by allowing this door to be locked because of me. You're not allowed to pick and choose who comes in here. So either you lock it to everybody for the rest of the day, or you're opening yourself up for a lawsuit. And you better have a good reason for having it locked the rest of the day. Not just because there's a guy with a camera. So you better open this door and let me come in, and we can get this over with. Why are you guys so scared of someone with a camera? What are you hiding?
The lieutenant not only walked away mid-conversation, but he also locked the auditor out of the police department. This is what a coward looks like. They try to appear big, but scatter as soon as they face someone who speaks back. Nonetheless, this is just the beginning, because the real event was yet to happen.
Hello, sir. How are you?
What's up, guys?
Good.
All right, I can come in now. They weren't letting me in a minute ago. You know, that's a lawsuit if I wanted to. I don't want to. I'm literally just trying to have a pleasant time here in Clinton. That's it. But here we have. What's your name, sir?
I'm Sheriff Eric.
Oh, you're the sheriff. Awesome. Nice to meet you, sir. I'm Justin.
Good to meet you, Justin.
So why'd they send the sheriff down here for a guy with a
Somebody
camera?
sent the sheriff.
They-
We all monitor the radio traffic.
Hey, dude.
If
Hey,
we
hold
get a
on. Before
call-
you lie on camera.
If we get a call over the radio.
No, I heard them call the sheriff down here. I heard them on. I have them on video calling the sheriff down here.
Anyway,
This lady right here. Uh-oh, they're sending the sheriff out here. So now you're lying on camera. So now I don't want to talk to you either, dude.
If we get a call, we're
Just
going
be
to
real.
respond.
Just be a real person for 2 seconds. Why can no one just be a real person in
Be a
here?
real person.
I am.
Yeah, you're in here causing a problem.
No, I'm exercising my rights.
Yeah, but if it becomes disorderly,
I told you my
then
name's
you're-
Justin
then
like
you're
6
being
times,
disorderly.
dude.
Have a right to ask you last
Okay.
You can ask, and I don't have to tell you.
Okay.
You have to have reasonable or you have to have.
That's slaughter.
No, you're not. You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime.
You're on private property looking at people's
Again,
windows.
if you cause
No,
a
this is
disturbance-
public. This is public
If
property.
you cause a disturbance,
This is
then
public
you can
property.
be charged with disorderly conduct.
Were you parking your cop cars back there?
As long as
Then
you're
it's public.
civil, as
It's
long as
public.
you're civil, there's not a problem.
I'm civil, brother.
That's what I'm saying. But if it did become disorderly, then you could be charged with disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
But until then,
Don't-
as long as you're
You
civil,
were also looking at private
everything's
things
good.
back there too. 'Cause we-
I can look at anything I can see from public. You can't trespass my eyes.
If you think the sheriff improved things, you're gravely mistaken. The sheriff was as corrupt and stupid as the lieutenant. He blatantly tried to gaslight the auditor, making what could have been a simple conversation into a power war.
Just like you said, he had to go look it up. You can sit down in your car and look up every
Dude,
amendment
I know
before
them
you
by
walk in.
heart.
That doesn't matter. It's not required
No.
by law for anybody to know it.
It is required by law. Do you and you and you and you all sign?
That's where you're wrong.
Did no?
When you go to the academy, the only thing you're required to do is to
Brother.
to read it, become
Did
familiar
you?
with it.
All right, I'm about to
and
own you.
know where you can
Get
look
ready,
up
brother.
the laws.
Get ready.
You get ready.
You
get ready.
You swore an oath to the Constitution when you were signed in, and I could find that on video, I bet. So you swore an oath to the Constitution.
Okay, so you were there.
No,
Now you're lying.
but that is what
See, you
all
just
police
lied.
do.
You're telling us we're lying.
No,
You're lying.
it is required.
No, you're
If you
looking up
didn't-
and to the right because you don't know. You're trying to. You're making
Dude,
it up.
you listen.
So you can
you didn't swear an oath. So you didn't swear an oath.
I can tell you you're being.
You can call me whatever you want.
First,
answer me this.
I don't
Did
have
you
to answer
did
you.
you sign
That's where
it?
you're
Did you
wrong.
swear an oath to the Constitution?
That's where you're wrong.
He
I
says
don't
he
have to
didn't.
answer
So you
you.
did. This sheriff he does not believe in the Constitution, and he did not swear an oath
That's
to it.
what you believe.
You're gonna have to get out.
If you continue, and
Yes,
this
ma'am.
becomes
Yes,
disorderly,
ma'am.
I explained to you
Yeah.
at that point it would be a disorderly conduct.
Dude, chill out. You're stupid.
Okay, you call me stupid, I call you stupid.
You don't even know that you swore an oath to the Constitution.
No, I'm not answering
You
you,
walk
is what I'm
around
doing.
thinking that you have no
I
duty
answer
to the Constitution.
the people, the residents
The
of Van Buren County.
Constitution.
Do you live
The
in Van Buren
Constitution.
County?
The
Do you live here
Constitution.
in Van Buren County?
No, I don't.
Then I don't answer to you. Have a good day, sir.
Do you get state taxes? Do you
Have a
get
good
federal
day,
taxes?
sir.
Do you get state and federal taxes?
Have a good day, sir.
So you don't know shit, brother.
Have a good day,
You
sir.
guys don't know anything here. You don't
Have a
get.
good day,
No, you
sir.
can't. That's freedom of speech. That is.
Have a good
That's
day,
freedom
sir.
of speech. This is
Tasing that you're
ridiculous.
treating me.
Y'all should be embarrassed right now, dude. Go back to your office. You're dismissed.
Again,
Go back to your
I
office. You're
serve the people
dismissed.
of Van Buren County.
Listen.
If you don't live here,
One
I
thing
have
you
no
need to go
reason to
home
sit
knowing
down
is
and
you
have a
serve the
discussion with you.
Constitution, and the Constitution serves the people. You serve the
So
Constitution.
you come here from out of town and you go town to town and you try to do some type of a constitutional audit just to try to engage police officers. Is that what you're doing? Because you're bored.
Is that what it is?
You've got nothing better to
More
do.
assuming. More assuming.
You're
free to go.
You're a free.
You're free to
person
go.
in
You
America
are not
standing
detained. You're free to go.
here. You're not detained.
You're not detained.
You're not detained.
I know I'm not, because I know
I'm
the
not.
law.
I know I'm not because I know the law.
And there he goes, being a 5-year-old again.
Yep.
You don't even know what the Constitution is to believe in it.
You don't know.
You think Arkansas law supersedes the
know.
Constitution. Get out of my face if you think
You do
that.
not know.
You think Arkansas law supersedes
You do
it?
not know.
Do you think Arkansas law supersedes
not
it?
know.
Answer the question, yes or no.
don't know.
Do you think
You just
Arkansas law
enjoy
supersedes the
trying to
Constitution,
confront
Maddox?
officers.
Maddox, do you think that Arkansas law supersedes the Constitution? That should be an easy question. You should be proud to say hell no.
There was no limit to what this guy was willing to do to soothe his bruised ego. It's like he had an image in the eyes of his subordinates that he needed to protect. This is what happens when you let power and greed take over and forget your actual job.
Stop over talking me for 2 seconds, dude. Let me just finish my sentence. This is annoying as hell. Let me finish my
I
sentence.
apologize for getting under your skin.
Let me finish my sentence.
But when I make a
Can you
valid
not talk for 2 seconds?
when I make a valid
Good Lord.
point,
No, you
blow
don't.
up.
I'm trying to tell you that you
Blow up,
don't.
Get angry.
God damn, dude, you're so dumb.
Get angry.
You can't stop interrupting anybody. You're a
You
disgrace.
just spoke for 5 minutes straight.
You wouldn't let me get a whole sentence out without talking over me this whole time.
Which has nothing to do with the Constitution. It just means
It absolutely
that you are
does.
getting pissed off because
Because
you're
you
not
don't
getting
know
the
it.
wording.
Because you don't know it.
No,
And you
when
think
I-
I'm wrong because I'm saying the Constitution is it. you think I'm wrong by saying the Constitution supersedes Arkansas state law. That is mind-blowing, and it does piss me off.
I said Arkansas Constitution. I did not say Arkansas law.
Okay.
So you can record your video and you can play
Same
that
thing.
back.
Say it for me.
I said the Arkansas Constitution
Supersedes.
is what I said.
You think...
You just lied when you said
No.
I said Arkansas law. You just lied.
I think you said law, but I'll just agree to agree. I'll agree to disagree. Listen, I'll agree to disagree. You said Constitution. Fine. That's still wrong, brother. That's still wrong. 5 years old.
I'm dealing with a 5-year-old. So
This is your boss, Maddox. Your boss.
I bring myself down to
He's
your level.
I can see it on his face. He's embarrassed for who he's working for
You
right now.
admitted to me that you work.
I can see it on
You got
Maddox's
more
face,
time on your
dude.
hands, so you're here doing a constitutional audit because
Dude,
you're bored.
It's not more time on my hands. I don't have 2 seconds of spare time. Any
Just
spare
like
time
me,
I have, I do
think
something.
enjoyed coming down here just because I overheard.
Then go back to your office, bro. I've dismissed you 12 times.
I dismissed you the same amount of times.
You can't dismiss me.
I did. I said you're free
Can't
to go.
do it.
You
Can't
were
do
never
it.
being detained.
Can't do it.
You were never detained.
You can't dismiss me.
At this point, the sheriff was no better than a 5-year-old. He was trying to get back at someone he served, and he had no self-control as he continuously talked over the auditor. What a complete disgrace.
But I did come down here to ensure that this would be a peaceful.
Cool. So now that you
encounter.
see that it's no disturbance, you're dismissed.
Thank you for dismissing me.
Do the walk
My
of shame. Get
job-
back to your boss, or
my-
get back to your job,
my
brother.
Job, again, this is a city police department. When I heard disturbance at the city police department, I come down here to ensure that this would be a peaceful encounter.
And you ruined it, man. You were going to be the savior. So
I didn't
this was
ruin
going to
it.
be
I didn't come to be
this
the
was going to be a
savior.
perfect video of the sheriff coming down here and straightening things out, but it wasn't. It was a sheriff coming down here and looking dumber than the police officer that called the sheriff down here to begin with.
It's a random, what you call a constitutional audit.
So, that's not all I do, but that is kind of what today is. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. But that's serving your country by trying to surprise a police department or sheriff's office and walk in and go.
So you
"I'm doing a
obviously,
random audit."
obviously don't know the purpose of it. My number one purpose.
And you just said when I post this.
My number
that
one
everybody will get to
purpose
see how
is to make
dumb
change.
somebody
Is to make change. So, for example, there are let's see, 3 towns in Arkansas that have retrained their entire police department because of me.
Okay.
And I had a lawsuit that I could have filed.
What you're telling me
Now, hold
right
on a
now is,
second.
though, that you are operating on fear of lawsuits. You're actually trying to make change.
Dude, no.
by fear
Let
of
me finish my
lawsuits.
sentence for once and you'd understand what I'm saying. I chose not to. It wasn't even a hard decision. And what I wanted instead was for retraining on the police department. And guess what? That entire police department got retrained on the First and Fourth Amendment. And that's what I wanted. And I made change. And guess what? Now they do it annually or every 6 months. They just do it because I was there. And I've even gone back and talked to them after, and they openly admit, thank you for coming up here and doing that. Yes, that was a weird day, but it made a lot of good change. And now every 6 months, we train our officers on the First and Fourth Amendment and reasonable articulable suspicion and so on when we didn't before. And so now I'm saving you from lawsuits. And so I'm educating the police department or the sheriff's office. I'm educating the people in that town as well.
Well, if that was your goal, and
That's
come
what-
in
that
and
is my
just
goal.
Interrupted your goal with the police department, I apologize.
That is my goal.
Okay.
And I can show you videos where I've done that already. That's my whole goal.
If I interrupted,
As soon as the sheriff realized that this man was not ordinary, he backed off immediately and tried to control the damage he had caused, but it was too late.
Yeah, you came in proving
I
the
came
stupidity
in
of the sheriff's office too.
no, I came in to ensure.
Within
that this
5
is a
seconds, you
peaceful
said.
encounter.
Within 5 seconds, you said Arkansas supersedes federal. That is the stupidest thing a sheriff could say.
Okay, you just made a generalized statement.
What did you say
Arkansas
then? You say
supersedes
it.
federal.
You say it
That's
how
what
you said it.
just said.
You say it how you
I
said
said
it.
Arkansas Constitution.
Still
is what
wrong.
I
That's
said.
still wrong, dude. That's wrong.
And I didn't say supersedes. I said we have to abide by.
Do you want to
city,
go back?
county,
No.
and state.
You said it overrules. Your best bet is just to admit you said it and to learn from it and not to lie. Because now you're a liar too.
First
It's
of all-
one thing to be wrong. It's another to lie.
You instructed me to admit when you have your video, you can sit down and play that.
I'm
back
trying to
later.
help you, dude. I'm trying to help you.
I came into office in 2023. Van Buren County never had body cameras. Do you know why I got body cameras? Because I also worked at the police department and had a body camera the whole time I worked here.
So you got
With every encounter.
1 point back for getting them body cams whenever they didn't have them.
We've got brand new dash cameras. This county never wanted cameras.
I noticed that, and
Yeah.
and I know they're new,
Now,
so
the
I
city
appreciate
had
that.
them, and I worked here for many years. I used cameras every day, and it kept us out of lawsuits.
That's
And
so
it protected
cameras
the citizens and the
because
departments.
cameras don't lie.
There you go.
We've calmed down a little bit. We got in each other's face. It's over. I'll shake your hand if you will.
What was the first name?
Yours. I'm
I'm Aaron.
Oh, I'm Justin.
Justin.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else you need of me?
No, we're good.
I won't dismiss you. I am going to do one more little lap in that room right there. I'm obviously not going
And I
to.
will say before I leave, if
Yeah.
you want to come to the sheriff's office, we are open 24 hours.
I will be there. Well, I'll see you up there.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you guys.
We don't think Officer Williams will commit such a mistake again, but this next bunch really took it a step further by attacking a deaf man.
Okay. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back, sir.
Officers arrived on the scene and, without taking any of the facts of the situation into account, pulled their tasers out and fired at will. By this point, they had already written John off as some sort of threat, but John was trying his best to tell them he's deaf.
Stand up. Stand up. Roll over. Grab his hand. Just get on your stomach. Turn around. Just have him stand up. I think he's cooperating. Let me see your hands. Hands. Let me see your hands. I think he's gonna cooperate. Let's just get him up. Come here. Hey.
John is trying his hardest to get the cops to produce some sort of writing pad so that they can properly communicate. But what John doesn't know is how unprofessional and untrained these officers really are. Instead of trying to figure out and genuinely solve the issue, these mindless pigs just start to shout louder.
Look at me. Sit.
Out of 3, myself and Baker 3 are at McCoy's. The other officers are going to be in front of DPS. Frank 5, we have EMS sitting your way.
The officer lets John sit again as he tries his hardest to sign that he cannot speak and that all he wanted was a small notepad. Something that this untrained cop finally understood after John signed it a dozen times.
He saw us when we showed up, right? He kept walking.
They tried to continue communicating with the paper, but John finds his phone and offers it as a better alternative. He tries to make them aware that he still needs his glasses to do anything, something else they couldn't comprehend.
Adam 3, can you check the street with this? How many days? We have EMS en route already to next lane and
If that wasn't bad enough, these pigs were unable to give John a helping hand in finding his glasses. On top of that, the taser probe is still stuck in his skin, causing discomfort to John, something else these donut munchers didn't care about.
I know. Hold on.
John explains to the officer that he had argued with his wife, after which he was walking by the road to cool off when suddenly the police arrived and tased him.
He saw us all pull up and walk towards him, and he just kept walking with his hand.
What the? Adam 3, 35 minutes, 11 Kelly.
Realizing that he wouldn't get any help from the cops, John started to remove the taser probes himself, and as we could see in the video, he was still panting from the pain. Somehow, these heartless cops even justified tasing John, since he had simply walked away despite being called. Keep in mind, guys, he's deaf.
White 2015 Chevy Carry on to John Kelly and Mary Kelly out of Austin, Texas, 229. Go ahead. Call for theft, probably.
I believe they're checking with county as well, which I'm not holding my breath.
Next 5, go ahead.
She was trying to get him back in the car, and so that's what they were doing. She does not want to give her name.
John continued to explain himself, shocked both literally and figuratively about why this happened to him, as he had not committed any crime or done anything that could lead to this.
I don't even know where our complainant is right now.
I'll call a complainant.
It sounds like it was the same thing they were basically trying to do as well. Is he telling you anything? Okay.
I'm trying to do something like this. Number 3, case number 32. I know very, very little, so I'm not much. I haven't used it in years.
Yeah, like I said, same thing. They're denying anything physical. They were just trying to get him back in the car, and they're not being very cooperative either. So.
Is he still hooked up to the taser? Because he wasn't cooperative.
Thank God, the mindless cops all finally agree on the fact that John is deaf, something that all of them weren't able to get through their heads, despite the confrontation having lasted this long already. Frankly, it seemed that the needless questioning was aimed at finding something that John did wrong, so that they could justify why they tased an innocent deaf man. The cops asked John to get up, which he did, but he was agitated, as the cops, despite being entirely wrong, acted as if they were on the right side of the law.
I'm trying to. Yeah. I know alphabet, so
John tried to leave, but now the cops care about him and want him to get checked. After some back and forth, he agreed to let them check him out. They should have thought about this before firing 4 tasers at him.
Sergeant is current and clear on deal negative 1.
At least 2 tased, so there should be minimum 4 probes.
Okay, one's on the hood.
Did you tase
321, go ahead.
I have to get it.
John asked the EMTs to check him on the sidewalk, as he no longer trusted the cops or any other agency after what the cops had just done to him for apparently no reason.
Proceed, level 5, showing you out with 321.
You got it. You got it.
And there's 1, 2, that's 2.
It should be all of them.
And there's one on the hood of the truck.
Yeah, we found one in the front earlier.
If there's any left, it may be on his shorts.
It's okay.
The cops gathered around John and the other EMTs with their flashlights, desperately trying to be of some assistance. But they should have thought about being helpful like this before pumping John with half a dozen taser probes. John Kelly ended up filing a federal lawsuit against the San Marcos Police Department after the tasing incident. If the last case didn't expose the level of police brutality and carelessness, then this next case is the height of those things exactly. What the cops managed to do in this next video is astounding.
Do you have any comment on the actions of Sergeant Brian Fahey? You don't have any comment, sir? You're looking at him right there.
On June 2nd, 2024, Sean Paul Reyes, a famous YouTuber with the name Long Island Audit, had the brilliant idea to rent out an LED billboard truck to expose the corrupt and evil Sergeant Brian Fahey of the Connecticut State Police.
So we're gonna hang out here, peacefully protest on public property, and hopefully we don't have any issues here, but we just want to expose Sergeant Brian Fahey to the world. So we have Fire Sergeant Brian Fahey. It has an LED screen on the back, both sides, and in the front. So if you see the other side here, we could just take a look at the video of him assaulting me right where we're standing. And we're here to expose him. The internal affairs cover up everything. Look at this ruthless animal. He said he grabbed my shirt to prevent me from falling backward, that he thought my camera was a firearm. Look at this animal. He's an animal. And then when he got cleared, he did it again. Catches him grabbing my cell phone in his left hand there. Sergeant Brian Fahey assaulted a journalist on 2 separate occasions, and Internal Affairs covered it up.
Mr. Reyes, good afternoon, how are you?
Hi, how are you? What's your name and badge number, sir?
Sergeant Thomas Corman, badge number 101.
Okay.
Film out here all day long, don't care about that. Truck can't park there, though.
Why?
If you put it in a parking spot,
Why
it's
is
a fire lane.
Why is that?
It's a fire lane?
It's not a fire lane.
It is a fire lane, sir.
Last time I was here, Sergeant, I just want to say one thing. Last time I was here, Sergeant, you had a taco truck parked right here for the entire lunch.
You haven't seen it in a while, okay?
But there's a taco truck that parks right here.
There hasn't been in quite some time.
So you agree that this is not a fire lane because there's nothing marking it.
This is a fire lane.
But there's nothing marking it as a fire lane.
The cops made their first attempt at trying to get Sean to remove his incriminating billboard truck, coming up with the absurd reason that it was some sort of unmarked fire lane.
Can you call somebody down from legal? Okay, this is not a fire lane.
It is a fire lane.
It is not a fire lane. It is not a fire lane.
Although Sean's methods may be different and out of the norm, he still makes a strong impression on everyone in that department and anyone passing by, thus exposing Fahey's reign of tyranny.
We asked you to move the truck once. We're asking you a second time. It is a security risk. The truck needs to be moved.
I thought it was a fire lane.
That is yet to be determined, but I've just been told that.
But you were so confident before.
And I am.
You were confident it's a fire lane.
Hey, fire marshal's on the way. That's his
So
discretion.
you're switching
That's for him.
you're switching
But
from,
regardless,
how is it a security
Mr. Reyes,
risk?
Mr. Reyes.
No, I'm asking you questions. This is my First Amendment right. We have a right in this
because it
country
is
to
a security
protest our
risk.
government.
You're correct,
What is the
too.
security risk about a
box
billboard truck?
A billboard truck being parked unattended in front of a billboard.
It's not unattended.
It is
I'm
unattended.
right here.
There's no driver in it. So, as I said,
There's no driver in it, really?
correct. Yes, there's no operator in the vehicle. So it's parked. Is
So
it
if he
not?
sits in the vehicle, it's fine. It's not a security risk anymore. It's ridiculous.
As long as it's here for a brief time frame for delivery, that's fine. Anyways, Mr. Reyes, as I've explained, the truck needs to be moved because it's a security risk. You can park it in the lot in any one of the spots you want. Don't care. That's fine. It cannot remain where it is, or the vehicle will be towed. And I'm letting you know that now.
Violating our First Amendment
Thank you
right.
very much, Mr. Reyes. Have a great afternoon.
You're from legal, right?
Yeah, that's right. Hi, how are you?
Yes, we met before. Yes, we did met before. You're from legal. I'm trying to understand, what about on public property? I'm not blocking anything. This is not a no parking zone. He went from saying it was a fire zone to now it's a security risk. It's kind of ridiculous. This is my First Amendment right to protest. Can I speak to somebody above a sergeant and they can explain to me what the security risk is? It's kind of unfair that I'm not even being explained what the security risk is, other than it's a box truck parked in front, illegally parked in front of the Connecticut State. Can I at least know the security risk? What is the security risk? You saw him come out here. I tried to have a discussion with him like I'm talking to you, sir, and he won't have any discussion with me. He's like, it's a security risk. Move it or else. I'm gonna tow your vehicle. What is the security risk? What is the reasonableness of preventing speech? Because you know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to follow up. You tow my vehicle and you arrest me or whatever you're gonna do, I'm going to follow up and it's going to be in a court's hands.
The cops came back out having completely changed their words, from fire lane to a huge security risk. Seemed like nobody could come up with a good enough excuse to legally tow the truck.
This whole entire video, uncut, and they will see I never was a threat. This is not in a fire lane, as he lied and said when he first came out here and then came out with a security threat. It's going to seem like, to a court, at least in my opinion, my non-legal opinion, seem like, well, you said it was a fire lane and now you're just making up an excuse as a security threat. That's what I would argue. You're making a security threat issue when you know who it is. You know I'm not a threat to the Connecticut State Police in any way. You all are threats to me. You all are threats to me, and the video proves it. That is a Connecticut State Police officer assaulting me.
It seemed that all the Connecticut State Police wanted to do was wipe their hands clean of Sean and just cover their eyes and act blind to the facts. The lengths they go to protect one of their own.
I don't think we are going to disclose what we believe the security risks are when we are being filmed and recorded. I think you would understand why we would want to not broadcast security risks to the public, as well as I'm sure
That's
which will be
ridiculous.
an international audience. So that would be just a immediate concern that I would have. But
So where
at this
are
time,
you
if
saying,
you have any policy
what
questions
happens,
about policies
okay.
or procedures, you're more than welcome to file a FOIA request. If you would like to follow up on your internal affairs request, you have the information to follow up on that.
Right, so I'm just gonna ask you one last question. Thank you for hearing me out, I appreciate it.
Plenty of people can see it. Plenty of people will see it. All the people who come
So
into
can you,
this
so
building,
if it's a
think about
security
this.
risk here, okay, listen, if it's a security risk here, where is there not a security risk? Is that fair?
Parking space. There's
Is
a
that
whole
fair?
entire parking lot.
So I'm gonna park it right in front, right on the public street, right here. Is that still a security risk to you?
I would have to
Are you
defer.
guys still scared of my box truck?
Answer that question. I would
Are
have
you
to
guys
defer.
still scared of a billboard truck?
You're not letting me answer the question.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to explain. I would have to defer to the operations and the security. I cannot answer that. as an attorney.
Well, before I move it, can I know? Is that fair?
Now, simply asking the question if the current position of his truck is a risk, then where should he even park? But the legal advisor proved to be useless even with this.
They're gonna tow my property and arrest me if I go across the street? Because if I move there and then I just want clarification. Before I move it, can I get clarification from a law enforcement officer on where exactly they feel safe with my billboard truck? Is that okay?
I'll discuss it, but again, I'm going to defer to the operational needs.
Right, but I'm just saying where, you could defer to them on where.
I can't tell you
I think
where.
that's
I'm
a
not gonna tell
reasonable
you where
request.
today, right
No,
now.
I'm not saying you are gonna tell me.
Right.
Obviously you're just saying security reasons, right? But I don't know if it's a security threat right in front, 10 feet away. I don't know if it's a security threat. It's not a security threat here, but according to you, in your mind, and
I'll bring the request in, and at this point, you have been asked to move the truck, and I think we're all set.
ridiculous.
While the legal guy tried to figure out where the scared officers inside would feel safe with Sean's truck, Sean takes no risk.
I'm moving the
Park
truck.
across the street, that's fine.
Moving
I don't
the
care.
truck.
Put it in the road, just make sure you don't get in
I can't hear you.
Can you tell Faye to keep his hands to himself, please? I don't know how. I talked to legal and I'm moving the truck to the
Okay,
street.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's just don't get in the way of traffic. That's all.
Right. Well, there's sides of the
I
road.
got you, and that's perfectly acceptable. That's fine.
Right. So can you explain to me, Officer Sergeant, what is the security threat? I'm going to move it.
It's a security threat to be in front of the building like this. We haven't.
But you have taco trucks that go inside of the building.
So those get pretty clear. Okay, but I'm not going to get into that right now with you. Okay, it's a security threat. The vehicle needs to move. You're putting the road.
And I just want to one thing, clarify one last thing, because I told you I'm going to move it under threat.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
If I don't move it, you will tow it.
That is correct.
You will tow it. Okay, that's all I needed is damages towards. You said that if I don't move it, you're going to tow it. That's all I need.
That is correct.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I wouldn't be arrested or anything. Would you arrest me?
Before Sean moved the truck, though, the attending officer had one more warning for Sean. Sean capitalizes on the moment and gathered hard evidence for his lawsuit later.
Fair enough.
I don't think it's fair at all, sir.
Okay, well, I can appreciate your opinion on
This
that.
is free speech. This is free speech. This is the United States of America, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Reyes.
You're a disgrace to that badge, sir. You're supposed to uphold the United States Constitution and our constitutional rights, and you're upholding Sergeant Brian Fahey's rights. You're upholding some fictional security threat that doesn't exist. Shame on you, cowards.
After the injustice the department enacted on him, Sean still didn't give up and tried to spread the word about the injustice elsewhere entirely so that the department couldn't complain.
We parked very close to the building, but in the back of the building, and it's obviously almost just as close as we were before, but all of a sudden, we're not a security threat anymore? This isn't a security threat? What's the security threat? They could have brought dogs, they could have asked to search the vehicle. I would have, of course, denied that because it's my Fourth Amendment right not to consent to any unreasonable searches or seizures, but there was no investigation work done here, ladies and gentlemen. This is tyranny. This is anti-transparency, anti-accountability, and I expect nothing less from the Connecticut State Police. The employee entrance and exit. We decided to park the billboard truck, so as they're coming out, it is about 4 o'clock.
Sean, with a genius idea, decided to reposition his billboard truck elsewhere, this time deciding on the parking lot spot right in front of the employee entrance. But then, out of nowhere, he spotted the Connecticut State Police Commissioner, Ronald Higgins.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Do you have any comment on the actions of Sergeant Brian Fahey? You don't have any comment, sir? You're looking at him right there. You're part of the command staff. As saying he wants to change the culture of policing in the Connecticut. Change the culture, Ronald, really. You wouldn't even take my questions, you wouldn't talk to me, you said have a nice day and drove off in your $100,000 taxpayer-funded SUV you take home, and you haven't done anything to rectify the unhinged Sergeant Brian Fahey. Shame on you, Ronald. You gotta do better, you gotta be better for we the people, as a public servant, as a leader of the Connecticut State Police Department.
The last case, no doubt, was eye-opening to the brutality of these so-called lawmakers, but some citizens know their rights and fight back, just like this YouTuber here.
Do a scan of the vehicle, so if you don't mind, step out of the vehicle.
What for what? Have I been suspected of committing a crime?
We can scan any vehicle we want as long as.
But have I suspected of committing a crime?
For a legal reason. So
that's a traffic stop. That's a traffic issue.
Do me a favor, step out of the vehicle.
Write me a ticket so I can go by my way. I'm not stepping out the vehicle, bro. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do absolutely nothing. If you pull me out this vehicle, I'm gonna file a lawsuit, bro. You violate my rights.
If you don't step out, I will.
I'm telling you, legally getting out my vehicle when I haven't done anything wrong. Absolutely nothing. I was pulled over the other morning going to work for my headlight, right? I fixed it. You want to check it? I fixed it. If you can pull that up, I fixed the headlight. I just came from my house, get gas, got me a soda, got my oil change. I seen you pulling sheets, eyeballing the car the whole time. I don't know why y'all keep pulling me over. I'm out here working because I'm in a union. That's why I got Mississippi tags. That's the whole reason you pulling me over. I drive the other car, you pull me over in it. You pull my old lady over in it. It's just ridiculous.
It's obvious that this was not the first time that the police were harassing Ent, but they had also been targeting his family members. Having a different car tag is not a good enough reason for these officers to be suspicious. It stinks of racial profiling by the cops.
No, I'm not. Call your supervisor, man. Call your supervisor. I want to speak to your supervisor, please. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor. I'm telling you, pull me out the car, you. That's all I'm telling you. My people's working McLean. in McLean, Virginia, I'm telling you, you pull me out the car, you're making a big mistake.
Well, the issue is
You're making a big mistake.
for a legal reason.
You stopped me because you said I pulled up. No, you didn't come to the car. You didn't come to the car and said, sir, you smell like alcohol, you smell like marijuana. None of that. None of that. You just go to your car telling me you pulling me over for a traffic stop.
And he goes off on them, giving them a piece of his mind as the police just try to harass him. First with opening his door, unlawfully as well, and then also surrounding his car with that many officers.
I'm not stepping out of I'm not stepping out of shit. That's my right, dude. You don't know you don't. I'm done talking. I'm done talking.
You gonna step out of the car now?
I'm not stepping out of shit.
No.
No.
Okay.
Give me your supervisor. Let me and him talk. All right, cool. Your sergeant, whoever's in charge.
Okay.
I'm not stepping out. Once I step out of the vehicle, I lose my rights. I'm not stupid.
What rights would you
Whatever,
need?
dude. You're being recorded. We're being recorded, so I know I am. That's my right too.
Okay.
So let me roll down the window for him, so he can see, he can smell everything. This is my work vehicle. You see my fishing poles? I like to fish.
We've been fishing.
I'm about to go buy me soon. Yeah, look in there. Ain't nothing in here but work.
A final warning call is given to the officers, along with a very clear request to talk to someone on a higher authority. This, combined with him recording, was a very smart move that kept him safe.
Let me roll down the window for him, so he can see, he can smell, everything's clean. This is my work vehicle. You see my fishing poles? I like to fish.
We've been fishing.
I'm about to go buy me a boat soon.
You're in the wrong button, buddy.
Yeah, look in there. Ain't nothing in here but work tools, fishing poles, a battery from my truck that I just sold, charge it up for this guy. That's it. I don't do nothing. Whatever y'all perception is, why y'all keep pulling me over, it's gonna stop. After today, it's gonna stop. I follow traffic rules. Well, if I haven't followed traffic rules, check my driving record. Check my driving record.
He clearly has a point here, and the officers are speechless. They know that they've pushed him too far. Quick thinking by Ent as he opens his windows and nothing criminal can be found, thus clearing himself.
I have way more tickets. Y'all just me for no reason, which I'm with it because I need some money, free money. You want to give it to me? I'm going to get it. So, I don't need the money. I work for a living. No, you don't. No, you don't. I haven't did anything wrong, sir. I haven't did anything wrong. I let y'all slide on 6th date when y'all pulled me and my little girl out of the car one night. I let y'all have that. That officer, he's no longer working with you guys. I let y'all have that. I didn't fight, and I really had y'all to the left then. Dead to the left. I didn't, my auntie told me, you say, but I'm not getting out the car, man. I ain't did nothing. What you want me to, do I have a warrant? All right then. I ain't did nothing. I haven't did nothing.
Having no warrant, no motive, and no probable cause for concern regarding Ent himself or his car, or what is inside of it, the cops are really grasping at straws to try and justify this stop.
The reason we want you out of the vehicle is because it is their policy that the occupants of the vehicle have to be out of the vehicle while they do the canine scan.
What they doing the canine scan for?
We can scan any vehicle.
For what? So why didn't the lady that pulled me over the other morning, why didn't she do the same process?
I have no idea. I wasn't there.
And my headlight was out, and I haven't done anything wrong. Anything.
Different officers.
How you went back there eyeballing me and go around the corner, you would have seen me.
MSP.
The dog ain't alert nothing. He came to the...
Even though the officer's excuse was right for wanting him out of the car, the problem remained that the K9 still came close to the car and wasn't alert when they smelled drugs.
He said he pulled me over because I didn't stop coming out of sheets, which is stupid. There's traffic coming. Why wouldn't I stop, sir? Why wouldn't I stop?
Do me a favor. Take the keys out of your
First of all, he pulled in looking at my vehicle while I'm pumping gas. Are you the sergeant?
I am. If he stopped you for not stopping, then that's the problem cause for what we're doing.
This is a traffic stop. Why can't he just write me a ticket and I go by my way?
Because he has indicators that he wants to run a dog run.
For what, though? For what is the reason?
What do we typically run a dog run for?
Okay, but he haven't said anything about he come to the car. He never said once he suspected me doing anything, sir.
Why is it necessary necessary
Nothing.
for us to argue about this.
It's not.
If you have nothing.
Because if I'm telling you I haven't done anything wrong and he's saying that I have, it's his word against mine. Okay. I haven't done anything.
Despite the sergeant arriving in the horde gathering, he just turned out to be as spineless as the rest of the
let them do their job here, and you can go about your business.
They can scan the car around. I'm not getting out though.
Once the dog alerts,
they get. It ain't gonna alert. Well, that you just automatically saying the dog's gonna alert. That's what you're saying. You're on camera.
I said if.
No, you're pretty much telling me that.
I said if the dog alerts.
That's like you're pretty much saying.
What up?
You just telling me what you're gonna do. Whether or wait, it don't matter what y'all do, man. There's nothing in the vehicle.
Can you at least turn your ignition off for me?
There's nothing in the vehicle, so you're just gonna want to violate my rights.
You have nothing to worry.
Go ahead and violate them. Yes, it is. You just gonna violate the right. You can open the back door and let them in if you want.
And, clearly not afraid of the officers finding anything, consents to the dog searching whilst he's in the car. The man just knows how to use his rights properly.
What reason? I don't know. Didn't say anything about nothing when he pulled me over, but all of a sudden he want me out of my vehicle to search my car when I have done anything wrong. This is America. This is book. They gonna violate me like this. I'm a taxpaying citizen. This is what we gotta deal with in America. I shouldn't have to go through this. Shouldn't have to go through it. I didn't go to work because I was today. When it got blood done, got my oil changed, and now I have to deal with some shit like this. Cumberland PD. No wonder they got the petition out on that officer, whoever he is. There's gonna be some more. So lawsuit coming. Free money. By the way, sir, I've been fishing at Jennings, Randolph Lake.
How's it been?
I catching some big bass. I'm about to go buy me a boat here shortly, soon as y'all let me go.
As the cops were busy finding nothing in his car, and gave them a lecture and maybe made them realize who pays their salaries with the tax money.
K9 guy?
Yep.
I just scanned the vehicle.
He alerted, didn't he?
No.
Yeah, because obviously now, because I mentioned he didn't. It's bull, man. Nothing against you personally. Nothing at all. It's just the way y'all treat people out here for absolutely nothing is ridiculous. And it has nothing to do with you personally.
Be careful. You got a bus coming through.
What's your name, sir?
Baluch, B-A-L-U-C-H.
He's been cool. You can finish what you was telling me.
So...
Sorry.
Good,
cut you off, bro.
So, like I said, dog didn't alert to the vehicle, but I always interview anybody after I scan, whether the dog alerts or not.
Yeah.
Just because I want to make sure the dog's doing what he's supposed to. So, there's never been any drug or nothing like that?
No.
All right.
No car, sir. This is my work car.
And was unfazed when the K9 unit officer had checked and scanned the car, but had found nothing and no alerts were set off. This proves his innocence, like he claimed from the start.
I'm free to go?
The officer will be with you in a second.
Okay.
But as far as the dog stuff, you're done. They just have to finish your warning or whatever they're doing, and then
Thank you, sir. No, they don't need to give me no warning. He need to write me a ticket. Because they keep giving me warnings, but he keeps saying I keep violating the law. So
what's your warning here?
that's another warning. I've done nothing.
I don't feel like police
another warning.
Tickets, but here's your warning.
Yep.
He didn't believe he was right about everything he said. He manages to prove his point once more. The police gave him warnings, but the problem they mention every time is that he hasn't done anything wrong. They don't commit to writing a ticket either because of the burden of evidence. These corrupt cops will never learn that violating people's rights and performing these uncalled for stops in innocent people has never improved their image in the general public. But I suppose the ones in Cumberland couldn't care less. The last case showed us how cops can become bullies and tyrants, but this next one shows us what would happen if the cops actually knew their civil rights.
I really am hard of hearing, sir.
Well, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
On November 9th, 2023, an auditor named Jeff with the YouTube channel Honor Your Oath set up outside City Hall in Berry Hill, Tennessee, with a simple goal in mind: to spread the love for homeless veterans.
Go to City Hall on a traditional public forum and spread this message of God bless our homeless veterans and help not hate directly to my targeted audience, which is the City Council and anybody who would be voting here at the City Council, passing ordinances or laws that would be directly affecting our homeless population, specifically our homeless vets, either positively or negatively. So this message would hopefully encourage them to be compassionate to our homeless veterans, the city council. So this is the city of Berry Hill, Tennessee.
Jeff decides to go inside City Hall and record audio to have a chat with the front desk and let them know about what he's doing on the sidewalk.
Hey guys. Hey, thank you for letting me use the restroom. I'm just going to be out in front of the City Hall for about 30 minutes or so, and then I'll be on my way.
We have to get a vendor license for you to do it.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't cost anything. Or who are you? Is it just you individually?
Yeah, just me.
We actually don't allow solicitation in Berry Hill.
Okay, yeah, I'll just be out here for 30 minutes or so.
We don't allow that here in
All right.
Berry Hill. If you go across Thompson Lane.
I wasn't asking permission. I was just letting you know.
If Jeff hadn't told the lady inside City Hall about his intentions, I'm sure they weren't even going to be aware. But despite him doing nothing illegal, she's quick to call the cops.
Hey, officer, how are you? Not much. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
What can we help you with?
No, nothing. I'm good.
You good?
Yes, sir. You're Officer Carter?
Yes.
All right, my name's Jeff. How you doing?
Jeff, we don't allow soliciting here.
Soliciting is a civil right.
What's that?
Soliciting is a civil right protected by the First Amendment. It's a charitable appeal for funds. It's free speech. Yeah, I just told them I was going to be out here for about 30 minutes, and I'll be on my way.
How long ago was that?
3 or 4 minutes ago, probably.
All right.
I'm hard of hearing. I really am hard of hearing, so.
Well, I'm not.
Oh, okay. So I was just having a hard time hearing you over the traffic.
Officer Carter here turned out to be a real prick towards Jeff. As Jeff tells him he's hard of hearing, but Carter couldn't care less and replies sarcastically.
Well, it's a lot of traffic out here, and I'm able to spread the message directly to people coming and going from City Hall.
At this point, another officer arrives on the scene and is filled in on Jeff's plans.
Yeah, man, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not causing any problems. Just out here doing this the day before Veterans Day, spreading this message. God bless the homeless vets.
I got you. I mean, you got the right to do that. But did you sign up with the City Hall to do the peaceful protest?
I'm not required to do that.
With us, you are.
According to the First Amendment, I'm not. Constitution. So. Yeah, I let one of them use the restroom, and I thanked them for using the restroom. Then I said, I'll just be out here for about 30 minutes. They said, you need to get a permit or something like that.
Yeah, the permit with it.
And I was like, well, I'm not asking for permission. I've already got that from the Constitution. So if you guys could just let me be for 30 minutes and I'll be on my way.
Well, we'll go check with them, but if they don't want you here, then we'll have to escort you out or take you to jail, whichever one you want to do.
In fact, Jeff is correct about his point here. City Hall is a public space, and the First Amendment rights permit you to be able to practice free speech in any form, even if this may be a piece of cardboard or a helpful poster, but these cops are aloof on even this basic point.
And you guys can't require me to get a permit to do it. I mean, it's not lawfully, you can't require me to get a permit to do it.
Yeah, here in the city of Berry Hill, we're required to have a peddler's license to solicit.
Well, I definitely am soliciting. No doubt about that.
You got to have a peddler's license. Even the guys we have here, they're working for the contributor or something like that, and they got a proper credentials.
The officer keeps rambling and comparing Jeff to other cases he's seen, but what he doesn't realize is that small-town ordinances don't override the law of the land, like the Constitution of America.
Yeah, I'm soliciting, but what I'm soliciting is compassion and love for homeless veterans. The day before Veterans Day, tomorrow's Veterans Day. God put it in my heart.
Tomorrow's not Veterans Day.
Huh?
Tomorrow's not Veterans Day.
Oh, when is it?
Saturday.
Saturday, sir.
So you come out tomorrow and do it then. We're not here.
Yes, sir.
Are you selling anything?
I'm not, no.
I didn't have a problem. You just standing out here for that in the beginning. So
okay.
Thanks for doing that for them.
All right.
As long as you're not selling anything, not trying to beg for anything, any kind of money, or impeding any kind of traffic ways or entrance ways, exit ways, then you're good out here. I'll just give you the ordinances, restrictions and stuff right here. That's all of our restrictions that we have.
Okay.
You're not violating anything as long as you're not sitting around blocking anything, like I said. But if you want to, here's all of our ordinance for everything that has to do with solicitation. If you want to go ahead and read that. Okay. But just want to let you know if you do get a call that you're soliciting, I'm not saying you're going to. You only have to ask you to leave. So, okay. But other than that, then you're good.
Right. Like I said, the only thing I'm soliciting is goodwill and compassion for the homeless guys.
The other officer returns and becomes the voice of reason for once. He must have realized his basic training on laws from his academy days. He simply informs Jeff on the various restrictions that he has to abide by when protesting, and actually hears him out.
So even if you are panhandling, the courts have ruled that that's a charitable appeal for funds, and it's free speech. I mean, they can't outlaw somebody from just asking for help, because it's free speech.
Gotcha. Well, you got it all there. You've been cool, so I appreciate it.
Okay, you guys. All right, we'll do it. Y'all have a blessed day. Gotcha.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
All right, y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe.
Just like that, they set him on his way, and the world can perhaps be a slightly more compassionate place due to the efforts of auditors like Jeff and good policemen, as Jeff had pointed out numerous times in the video before that asking for help for veterans, even if classified as solicitation, is lawful, since it was ruled by courts that asking for help for charitable funds is legal. Even though one of the cops was immature and untrained, his partner had the decency to respect Jeff's First Amendment rights. The last case showed us what respect and patience from cops can bring to us. This next case takes that concept and throws it out the window.
Don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
We have to identify.
I have not committed a crime.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
On June 9th, 2021, Sean from the YouTube channel Long Island Audit was peacefully exercising his constitutional rights at the Danbury, Connecticut Public Library, but the library staff alerted the authorities in no time at all.
Can I get your names and badge numbers?
Sure, can I have your ID, please?
No, you can't.
Excuse me.
Have you not heard that before?
I've heard it plenty of times. It's just I'm surprised because, well, my name and my badge number's right here. Okay, you see it?
Tibbetts?
Yep, 640.
The pen is blocking the number.
Oh.
640?
Yep.
And Dennis, 647.
So I was told that you were asked to leave.
Okay, so would you like to know?
Is that correct?
Would you like to know what I'm doing here, sir?
Were you asked to leave?
Sir, would you like to know what I'm doing here?
I'd like to answer my question.
Sir, this is a public library.
Okay,
I see where this is going.
I want you to answer my question.
I see.
Officer Tibbetts doesn't really want to hear anything and rather jumps into a demanding stance. I think he's forgetting that he wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for good citizens like Sean.
I see where this is going.
Security asked you to leave, and did employees ask you to leave, sir?
No.
Were you
I was not.
Would you like him to leave, sir? Okay.
So security. So let me explain just so you get a. Let me just explain really quick so you guys can understand. So what I'm doing here is a First Amendment protected activity. I'm recording. I know you don't care, sir, but listen. If you violate that in any way and interfere with that,
I'm not violating it. They asked you to leave.
Yeah, but they can't ask me to leave. This is a public library. Can I speak to a supervisor, please?
Sean has been through this scenario hundreds of times in his past videos.
This is a public library. I'm gonna ask you to de-escalate a little bit.
You need to go outside. You need to step outside.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 law enforcement officers.
The cops were surprised to see that he wasn't intimidated by their guns and badges, so they got more focused on throwing him out rather than getting his side of the story.
Well, I mean, just because you guys seem real hostile, I'm gonna explain myself ahead of time. Normally, I don't explain myself.
Well, you haven't explained yourself yet.
I told you I'm gathering content for a story, and I'm engaging in a constitutionally protected activity.
For what? What is the purpose of it? For what reason?
I'm not willing to disclose until it's published. Until it's published, I'm not going to disclose it.
Videotaping in a public place is allowed by the Constitution of America, which comes above any local policy or ordinance. Usually, in many of Sean's interactions, the people at the public place never complain about him recording. It's just the corrupt security and cops.
I could go up to somebody and say, listen, do you feel uncomfortable or uncomfortable? If they're uncomfortable, you're breaching their peace.
No, that's not true.
Oh, okay.
You can't. Yes, I do. More than you, for sure. More than you, for sure. You can't turn a constitutionally protected activity into a crime, sir. Unfortunately, as much as you'd like to.
Even if it's not a crime, it's creepy as heck.
I'm going to request a supervisor again.
In a minute. Yeah.
I'm going to request one. I'm pretty sure your policy, if I go home and look at your policy, and I'm pretty sure if I request a supervisor, you guys should call one, correct?
Sean repeatedly asks for the supervisor, but his requests fall on deaf ears. They can't deny him his requests, so they stay quiet or delay him.
Acting like a child?
Yeah, so we're
acting like a child.
We have a supervisor coming out here to appease your request.
Yeah, great. My friend, you're my servant, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're my public servant.
That's right.
You're here to protect and serve me.
Sure am. And I'm also here to protect and serve them too.
So I don't need protection. I don't need protection. So that's
excuse me. I just
so
want to
that
make sure
means
you're going to be okay and these people are going to be okay.
Because I don't need protection. That only leaves one more thing. You're here to serve me. That's what you're here to do.
Here's another thing. Did you get permission when you post that video of these people?
Don't need it. They're in public.
You don't need it?
Yeah, they're in public. Don't need it. See, you're learning something here today, man. Come on.
This is what I do.
Eventually, the cops did agree to bring their supervisor to the scene, but not before getting schooled on the law. 24 years in service, and he doesn't even know what's protected by the Constitution. Says a lot about the kind of cop he is. Imagine what he would do when a camera isn't pointed at him. Eventually, Supervisor Sergeant Dickinson arrived on the scene.
Hey, Sergeant, how you doing? Good, nice to meet you, sir. Hey, Sergeant Dickinson? Yes. All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, so they would like you to leave?
Okay. Sergeant, okay, how about you mind your business?
Are you gonna leave?
Hold on.
Are you gonna leave, yes or no?
If I don't leave, will I be arrested?
Yes, you're trespassing.
Okay, I'm gonna leave then, because you're under threat of arrest.
That's correct, yes.
Under threat of arrest. I'm going to leave. And no, you do not. Well, don't touch me. Don't touch. No, you don't. No, you don't. I have not committed a crime.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't. Listen, man, you're touching me.
They asked you to leave.
And I'm leaving under threat of arrest.
Okay. You're refusing to provide identification to us. We need
because I haven't committed a crime.
Seems like the total hierarchy of this police department is in shambles.
Go ahead. And don't touch me again, man. Seriously.
Listen, we tell you not to go anywhere, you don't go nowhere. You understand?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Do you understand that, though?
I'm telling you. Do you understand that I told you not to touch me?
Do you understand that?
Don't touch me.
You don't leave until we say so.
Don't touch me. Nobody's scared of you, Tibbets.
No one's supposed to be scared of me. I'm talking over you because you keep yapping.
Okay.
You're not listening. You're here to sit here and preach about everything. You know the law.
I do.
You don't even know what simple trespass
I
is.
do. I do know the law. Unfortunately, more than you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry that I know the law more than you. It's very sad.
You're sad.
Okay.
You really are. This is pathetic.
Stop.
Listen. Come on, man. You're gonna
talk to me now.
Sergeant Tibbets kept trying to escalate the situation by getting all up in Sean's face. Cops try this tactic to get a reaction out of the suspect, so they have a reason to get hands-on. Luckily, Sean's calm demeanor was a thorn in his side.
And under certain circumstances, the library administration or designee, that gentleman right there, with the assistance or advice of the law enforcement authorities as necessary, may make decisions to remove or exclude individuals with or without warning who interrupt normal library operations by behaving in a disruptive or inappropriate manner towards customers or staff.
So you seem like a you seem like a good guy. You're trying to work with me, but I'm letting you know that this is what I do, sir. This is what I do. I've been to plenty of libraries. I've been to plenty of post offices, plenty of public. Can I please speak to the sergeant? Please, I'm talking to the sergeant. So, like I said, sir, I'm engaging in a constitutionally protected activity. So that's not committing a crime. That's the exact opposite, because I'm exercising my rights that the Constitution gave me. I'm not disturbing anything, sir.
Okay, so you had your say. Okay.
If you give me a lawful order, I will comply.
The gentleman already asked you to leave. Okay, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. We have to identify you, because after that, if you continue to come in here, then we would have to...
They're going to officially trespass you. They need your ID to give you a letter to officially trespass you from the city.
What I'm asking...
Okay.
So what I'm asking at this point is you may leave with a verbal warning.
Even though momentarily the supervisor was being reasonable with Sean, the other officers were itching to put cuffs around Sean and call it a day.
Here you go.
Cool.
Great.
Nice day.
Get out.
Where's my trespass warning?
I'll send it to you in the mail.
After a bit of back and forth, Sean eventually agreed to leave under the threat of arrest.
If you didn't have that badge and you touched me? If you didn't have that badge and you touched me?
What is that? What are you trying to say?
Don't touch me.
What are you trying to say?
Because if you didn't have, you touched me.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to leave.
You're trying to leave.
Just go.
I'm trying to leave.
Just go, because it's not good for you.
It's not good for me. It's not good for you. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going.
You lose your temper,
I'm
you
going.
start threatening officers.
I'm not threatening. You're a douchebag. You're a douchebag. Yup. Is that against the law? I'm going. I'm going off the property right now.
According to the American Economic Journal, local governments spend over $12 billion annually funding the operation of 15,427 public libraries in the United States, just so civilians like Sean can be kicked out for exercising their rights.
It's public. You don't get it? This is what you think. No, it's not.
So because it's public, there's no laws or rules in anywhere? You can just do whatever you want?
No, that's not true.
So they have a law that says what you're doing was wrong.
They have a policy. They have a policy.
Right. So they would like you to leave, and that's what we did.
No, but the law protects me to do what I do. You understand?
No.
It's a constitutionally protected activity.
Put that on your YouTube feed, because
it's constitutionally protected activity. If I went in there and I was acting like an asshole,
you're wrong.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Hey, 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 hey! I want to file a complaint against him, Sergeant. He just grabbed my arm, Sergeant. He just grabbed my arm. I want to file a complaint, Sergeant.
But even then, these tyrants don't learn from their mistakes and commit errors they can't return from. Just like this next case in which they attack an old man right in his own house.
Hey, hands up!
We have seen corrupt cops abusing their power in all sorts of ways. But have you ever seen a cop killing people? Today, we will take a look at various cases where corrupt cops get caught killing people, starting with the first case where the officer fatally shot a 52-year-old man. On April 5th, 2023, in a shocking turn of events, a routine domestic violence call in New Mexico took a deadly turn when police officers mistakenly stormed the wrong house. The officers, Daniel Estrada, Dylan Goodluck, and Waylon Wasson from the Farmington Police Department mistakenly went to the home of Robert Dotson, approaching house number 5305 instead of the correct address, 5308.
4205. I need officers well, show me 1019. 1019, 20%.
Watch out for a dog. Police department.
After knocking on the door and announcing themselves multiple times, the officers called the original callers and asked them to come to the front door. At this point, the officers started to suspect that they might be at the wrong address.
Can you try to call him back? Tell him to come to the door.
Confirming no one's come to the door.
Hey, firm, if you can call the RP back and have him come to the door.
So, bro, see if they answer.
Farmington, please.
40524, 2339.
It might have been 4308.
Is it 43 or 5308?
Yeah, it might have been 5308, right?
Is this not 5308? That's what it said right there, right?
No, this is 5305, isn't it?
108. Can you 10-9 the address?
5308 Valley View Avenue had a confidence factor of 6.
Don't tell me I'm wrong. Oh, shit. Hey, hands up!
As soon as Dotson came out, the officers panic, and what happens next will leave you shocked.
We're 10-4. We're going to back up a little bit. Back up, back up, back up.
10-4 backing up.
Okay. Hands up!
Man!
.418, shots fired again.
Copy, shots fired again.
As the officers back away from the front door, they shoot at Dotson. Keep in mind that just moments before the shooting, the officers were laughing about being at the wrong address. Nonetheless, when they realize there is a man down and hear Dotson's wife screaming, they proceed to shoot some more.
You'll hear the female crying inside. The male I saw go down. Ma'am, this is the Farmington Police Department! Come out with your hands up, open, and empty!
Come to the door. We're knocking on the door. No one's coming out. I hear a metallic, like a gun cocking. Me, back up. The dude comes to the door, points the firearm at us, and then we get in a gunfight. And then female comes out of the house, and she points it at us as well.
And is she still inside?
Yes, from my knowledge.
Hey, this is the police department. We're here to help you, but we need you to come out with your hands. What do you need? You can come up to my unit at Valley View in Piedra Vista. You come out with your hands up, open your hands.
Okay.
Come on. We can help you, man, but we need you to come come outside! Yes, it's really important so we can get him help.
Nothing in the world can justify such erratic behavior from these officers, who have been trained to stay calm in such situations. They spend hours training and still panic like little kids at the slightest threat. And watch how they justify their actions. The officers then enter the home and realize the blunder they have made.
3 kids upstairs. Yeah. 3 kids upstairs. 3 kids upstairs. He's 10-7.
Kids! Police, you're alright. Go with him.
He's 10-7.
Okay, this is done. Okay, we're good.
Easy. No one else needs to come in here.
You good?
Yeah.
Hey, just keep him upstairs.
Just stay up there.
Where do you want me to go? We don't need anyone else here. Dispatch.
After the incident, the department's chief released a video statement calling the incident a traumatic event.
But just in general, for us, this is a very dark day. For Farmington PD, for our community, for the Dotson family. I extend nothing but my deepest condolences to the Dotson family. Mr. Dotson was not the subject of the call that our officers were responding to. And this ending is just unbelievably tragic. I'm extremely sorry.
Mark Kernut, an attorney for Dotson's family, said police fired more than 20 rounds at his client, despite never being fired at, nor even having a firearm pointed at any of the officers. Dotson committed no crime, was not a suspect, and answered the door after police went to the wrong house, Kernut said. Nothing can return Robert to his family, and it appears nothing will be done to hold these officers accountable. The family filed a lawsuit last fall in federal court, alleging that Dotson and his family were deprived of their civil rights. Watching a guy get killed for doing absolutely nothing is one of the most tragic things you'll ever see. But the cop in the next case takes it to another level when he shoots and kills a person after he calls 911 for help.
Knife in his hand. Knife in his hand. Watch crossfire, watch crossfire.
On June 10th, 22-year-old Christian Glass called 911 to ask for help after he crashed his car and claimed that he was stuck. Soon after, the police officers arrive at the scene, and what they do next can only be described as brutal.
Hello, 911.
I'm in a vehicle. My vehicle got stuck. Do you know the Skinwell crews, man? They might just go by. I might be lucky.
Okay, can I get your date of birth real quick?
I'm so lucky. Oh, I'm so lucky. I had a spiritual awakening a few months ago and came out of my 10 years of depression, and I've just been... Come, please help. That's not good. Fine. What's that beep? I love you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love you, seriously. You're my light right now. I love you.
Are there any weapons that you're aware of?
I have a weapon on me. I will throw them out the window as soon as an officer gets here. I have 2 knives and a hammer, and a rubber mallet, I guess. That's a weapon. I'm not dangerous. I will keep my hands completely visible.
Both cars, be advised, this party is stating that he has weapons in the vehicle with him, 2 knives, a hammer, and a rubber mallet. He did state that he would throw them out of the window as soon as officers got on scene.
The call that Glass had with the 911 operator was rather strange. He mentions his spiritual awakening and other weird things, all of which points toward the fact that he is not mentally stable and definitely has some mental health issues. But at the same time, he is stable enough to mention that he is completely safe and will cooperate with the officers once they arrive at the scene. But as the officers arrive at the scene, things take an unfortunate turn.
Come on, talk to us. Come on, dude, we're here to help. We're here to help. Come on, bud.
Please push me out, ram me out, and I'll fully...
You need to step out of the car now. Step out of the car now. That's a lawful order. Step out of the car, you'll be removed from the vehicle. Step out now. Weapons in the vehicle. Because you already said you have weapons in the car.
Okay, I'm gonna pass them out.
No, do not throw them out. Do not touch them. Do not reach for them.
He's got a knife in his seat right there. His seat. Okay.
Step out of the car now. 161 at gunpoint. Step out of the car now. Step out of the car now. I will break the window. Step out of the car. Step out of the car. Keep your hands on the steering wheel then, and don't move. You reach for anything, we're gonna have problems. A mental hospital for what? We haven't even been able to have a conversation with you.
The officers tried to get Glass out of the vehicle for more than an hour, but he clearly stated that he did not feel safe enough to get out. The officers continued to ask Glass to leave the vehicle, and he again insisted that he did not feel safe. But the corrupt cops were too drunk on their power to understand the situation.
Why are you scared of the knife? Chat. That's why I want you out of the car so we can have this conversation safely. Period. That's it.
This is the only way I can be safe. I don't understand that.
What are you talking about?
Hey, Christian? Will you talk to me? What can you tell me about what's going on? We're trying to help you out. You know, I see you're doing the heart thing with your hands. Look, we love you too.
Christian, you don't have any guns or anything that scares us, right? Okay. You said on the phone, you know when you called us? You said on the phone that you had knives. Okay, are they big knives, little knives?
At this point, the officers decide to make things worse after knowing very well that Glass would not feel safe outside the vehicle and that he had mental health issues.
We're popping.
This ain't working. All right. Knife in his hand. Knife in his hand. Watch crossfire. Watch crossfire. Watch out. Watch crossfire. Watch crossfire.
Christian.
Drop the knife!
Please drop the knife!
Moments after this, an officer shot Glass 5 times, killing him in the process. After the shooting, the Clear Creek County Sheriff's Office released a video statement saying that Glass was argumentative and uncooperative during the incident, and that he even tried stabbing an officer as they broke into the car.
He had done nothing wrong. He was just too scared to get out of his car.
We have made no public statement before now. Christian's killing is a stain on Clear Creek County and on Colorado. It was a murder by a Colorado official. It was dark and he was really worried. He trusted the police to come and help him. Instead, they attacked and killed him. The killer shot Christian 5 times just to make sure.
On Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023, the family settled with Clear Creek County, the state of Colorado, Georgetown, Colorado, and Idaho Springs for a total of $19 million, the largest settlement for a police killing in Colorado history. Then, on November 17th, 2023, the 6 officers who were on the scene were charged with misdemeanor failing to intervene. As tragic as this case was, it is nowhere close to what happened in the next case. Think of 16 officers shooting at a single suspect. On March 29, 2022, Officer Rogowski and her partner from the Buffalo Police Department approached a suspect in a parking lot about his window tints and found out that his registration was suspended. But things did not go as the officer expected, as the suspect made a run for it, leading to a deadly high-speed chase.
Hello. Good. Pulling over because of the tints on the car. You got your license on you? One second, okay? Mr. Bell, your registration has been suspended since February for an insurance lapse. Did you have some sort of lapse, or did you switch insurance or anything?
I switched insurance.
Okay. Yeah, your reg is suspended right now. It's not really a big deal. We're just gonna get you. Well, I gotta have you step out, and then we'll work with you and go from there. Okay? You guys just coming down here to chill? Yeah. Okay. All right. No big deal. You're on what?
I'm on crutches.
Oh shit. Was it your leg?
Yeah, I got shot 2012.
You got shot 2 weeks ago?
2012.
Oh, in 2012?
Yeah.
Oh, you were able... Take your time. Yeah, it's not... Knew that was coming. Knew that was coming. Knew that was coming. Watch out. Here. Sorry.
Tell them our car's, I don't know. Our car is hit. Somebody get ahead of us. Broadway and Fillmore, southbound. Going 20. Watch out, guys. He will shoot. North on Jefferson, passing George. Jefferson and George, northbound. Tell that unmarked to be careful, he's gonna shoot at him. Unmarked, be careful.
After an intense chase, Officer Nagy performed a pit maneuver to take down the suspect's car. But instead of dealing with the situation smartly, all the cops went full psycho on the suspect, shooting bullets from every angle.
What's that? I want it. We're done. Let me just 5 more rounds. Still shooting. Still shooting. Airport radio. Airport radio. Approaching Bailey. Good, stop, I'm hit. They are still shooting at officers, currently still shooting at officers. Yep. Oh, shit.
Edward 441 radio, we're heading to CMC. My partner's hit. Where you hit, Chris?
Edward 441, ECMC, partner struck. Yeah, I'm hit.
Where, Chris, where?
I'm fine, Cal, I'm fine. Just get to go. I'm fine.
Radio, let ECMC know we're heading there.
Don't shoot, don't shoot. Watch out, guys, he will shoot. Dude, he's gonna shoot at us.
Despite the officer's warning, other officers kept shooting, causing the suspect to counterattack in return. While it is understandable that the officers had reason to shoot back at the suspect, if they could have had self-control, the situation could have ended differently. But unfortunately, things went the worst possible way they could have.
Go! Get moving! Go! Go! Let's get cover.
Radio, we're still eastbound.
Fucking the cars are right behind us.
Fillmore, speed is 20. Fillmore, heads up on Fillmore.
He's coming this way.
Ceasefire!
Here's another angle of the shootout.
Heads up out there. Heads up on Fillmore. Heads up on Fillmore. He's approaching now. Fuck.
And that wraps up our cases for today. What is the factor that contributes the most for these cops to get away with abuse of the law? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more of these videos. This is Detective Mystery signing off.